just after conceding so late? What was the environment like in the locker room after that?
All quiet. Yeah, it's a quiet locker room. They knew what was on the line. So, yeah, I mean, they're disappointed. You know, they'd be disappointed if it was the third Big Ten game, you know, because you can see late. Now with no overtimes, no chance to come back. And they would have been disappointed. Like the Michigan State one, like, you know, we kind of gave up a late one. And yet this one hurt more just because of the title we knew. At that point, I think the result with Wisconsin was close to being decided, and they knew that, we knew that, and so gave them an extra push. Certainly we were, you know, I thought doing a good job, kind of holding but not sitting too deep, and you know, they're going to get a couple territorial chances, and the kid made a play.
Actually, the one match you didn't talk about was the Michigan game that you tied. That's the one team that's out of the Big Ten tournament and finished last. Does that match give you the most regret of any, given there were spurts of that game you didn't play up to your potential?
There's parts of a couple of the draws I thought they could have been better in. That one not necessarily more than the others, but yeah, I mean, all those you flip the result, and we're having the trophy today.
In terms of the performance, kind of trying to balance sitting back in those last 20, 30 minutes and kind of being a bit more aggressive in a second, how did you kind of strike that balance?
Yeah, we had those chances early. So the first 15, 20 they were given to get, and we knew that, and we didn't convert a couple of those moments, and that was as much part of the game in the end. We have to be better to make it to in this case make them get 2 goals to get to where they need one, and us still with the victory. So that was disappointing. I thought we created good moments. Just that final pass again was a little off, and they're a good team. They made some plays. But yeah, that I think looking back, and then once they went really heavy with numbers forward, you know, you're naturally going to be in a deep block. It's the only way you can really do it otherwise, unless we're just going to give it again the other way. So then it's box defending. Second balls, you know, I thought Jake did a good job kind of commanding the box. We didn't give up many seconds that were, you know, poorly, functional clears. I thought we were pretty clean. Held them to very few kind of fouls. So I thought it was a pretty clean last 20 minutes, you know, minus the goal, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm sure live it looked like it was a well-done header.
Why do you think you've had a couple games, you said you've had a hard time closing out this year, which is uncharacteristic of IU teams in the past. Why do you think you've had a hard time holding on to leads late compared to other years? And so,
I don't know. I don't think there's anything unique about it. I think it's, you know, it's just happened a few times. I don't think there's anything that's tangible or that we need to fix. It's just that's kind of the way it's played out.
and with that, on a positive note, Harms probably had the best goalie performance, arguably, of anybody in goal this year today, you could argue. How would you assess that, and is he your guy moving forward after the way he played
today?
today?
Really one good save back to his left on the cross. And then I thought, other than that, it was very kind of routine but dangerous moments that he either held his line, let our guys make the play, or he came out and made plays. So I thought it was a good, solid, good performance from JT. That was positive for us.
Ryan had the goal with the free kick, kind of just taking it from the goal.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of those. We've been saying in practice, guys, it's coming. We're going to get these moments, and when we do, let's be ready. And so he's been training it. He's been clinical all year. He's feeling it. So, you know, I thought he had an average first 25. I'll be honest with you. It was not Ryan's best day offensively, but even those moments are the reason why we might extend his minutes, because either service, one moment, you know, he can kind of change the game, and that was Victor for us a couple of years. It was like one play, even though he maybe wasn't his best form. So I'm although Whit didn't have his best day, he still did a great moment for us.
You say not his best day. Is that kind of, I guess, not playing his expectations, or kind of how they defended against him?
It's a tough matchup. Richardson's a very good defender, 22, and I think they were obviously, you know, no one's not aware of what trying to win this year. So teams are definitely shifting. The second defender's coming. Typically, he's finding an extra pass. You know, the goal like that was a good example. They overshifted down top in a nice spot. So he's a clever passer. So he'll find the pass. He's able to go in line and create a couple that just didn't get through. And then scores through and get another goal from that. But he still did a good job. It just wasn't, you know, Ryan's like top game. He'll have more of those than today's.
How do you expect the team to react and kind of linger on the fields after that? Obviously, the chance to potentially get a share of the Big Ten title. How do you think they'll react now to the next match on Friday?
Yeah, well, feel, how they respond, and we help read the narrative with that. And the message was pretty clear. It's disappointing. You really can't really not much more you can BS. It's okay. No, it's not fun. You know, when you have this attitude, it just slips out of your fingers last second. And yet, you know, we have a lot of things in front of us to play for. That's what, you know, that's what tests you constantly is the next play, the next moment, the next game. That's what drives us to do what we do. And, you know, tomorrow will be a day that we got to get better in some way. And that's continue to come together as a team, which we've done well, recover, work on aspects, watch the video, and get ready for our next game. That's what we're doing.
Will you feel at all vindicated? You said you hated the the regular season overtime rule, not having it, but in the postseason you loved the change. So how vindicated will you feel if it gets you a result in the postseason after it's cost you so much in the regular season?
We don't have to get to that, but if we did and we do get a result, then I'll be very pleased, but also a little frustrated. But yeah, we'll be playing with NCAA postseason, you know, full 20 for the Big Ten tournament. So hopefully we can take care of things regulation, but if not, it's, you know, hopefully we can find a way in that, and if not, you go to penalties, and we've been good there too.
This match had over 25 fouls. Some of them were major collisions. Do you think that was just sort of a natural product of this match sort of having title implications?
Yeah, you know, both teams aren't dirty, and, you know, some of them I thought were just kind of awkward challenges, and it was wet, and I mean, no intent on those, at least I could see, and it was physical, and yeah, both teams wanted it really bad, and that's a good thing. This had postseason feel, which is good. Anytime you get that before it, you know, is the true postseason, where this, you know, next game is there or not there, then that's a good thing. That felt like today. It was something on the line. We're playing for something big, so I like the way we competed for sure.
You're likely in the NCAA tournament, but how worried are you about possibly missing it if you don't get a result against PSU? If you get it, you're almost certainly in, but how hard do you want to play to make sure you don't stop that 30-something year streak and not put it in the committee's hands?
I think our body of work speaks for itself. And yeah, I mean, we're a tournament team, 100%. So I think that once they look at everything, that will be clear.
Yeah.
Every win helps you move into a better position, but we're in a good spot.
How weird will it be, though, to not likely have a bye in a top 16 seed unless you maybe win the Big Ten tournament?
You know, it's been good for us, certainly, but I mean, it just adds another game, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So just deal with what you get.
For Luka, you kind of brought him off the bench after kind of having a minimal role up until that trying match with the goalie assist. What was kind of behind the decision making to bring him out of a match for such a point like this one?
Yeah, I mean, he's been training very well. So it's been a two through kind of lead up. We were talking about getting him in the last few matches. It just didn't play out. And then the trying game was kind of a great opportunity to see him and some other guys that are getting those minutes, see how they did in comparison. And he's also really confident and felt great after that, so he kind of played a high hand. That's known, you know, it's not like we've given up on Carson. It's just we played the hot hand today that we felt, based on the Tuesday's game, or Thursday rather, could help us with the result. And he's been really patient, and he's done a great job kind of waiting for his time, and I thought he did well.
Anything else? What was sort of the message at halftime like to the guys?
We said, let's get after and get the second, and you could see that. I thought we did a good job of being, you know, we wasn't like, let's sit back for another 45. No, I mean, I thought we did a good job of that, and also just solved a few of the midfield shapes scenarios. Talked about, again, where we wanted to get after them, and we were able to get behind them the first half, second half as well. So we talked about that, and, you know, staying clicked in on small details. So a lot of what the pregame, but just shorter, and obviously at that point they knew the halftime score. So they were obviously very, you know, excited that things were, you know, even closer to what, you know, could have been a championship day. So yeah, it was excited / very kind of disciplined business halftime. It was good.
Anything else?
All right, thanks, guys.